Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Cap and welcome back to the channel. We're on day 51 of our playthrough here in Rags to Riches. And today we're going to be spending a little bit of money. I know I hate spending money, but here's what we're going to be doing. I've been discussing this. I'm buying a house. I'm going to upgrade it, work on it, get it all nice and pretty, and we're going to flip it. And the first house we're going to do is the trailer house next door. I figure for this size house, this one right over here that we've been through a couple times, this is where the dogs and stuff are. I figure trailer house with a carport on it, basically, about 50 grand, we should be pretty good with this one. Since a standard house like this, a single story, I put in the game for like 100,000, which by the way, all these prices I just made up when I came up with the idea for the series. So it's not like there's a huge basis for it. But we're going to buy this house. So, yeah, okay, so we have 50,000 on this sell. That means when we get it ready to sell, we can sell it for 75. So I guess let's sell it. And it's ours. I'm not putting a sign on this one here. So the first thing we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to clear this place out. I kind of hope the fog goes away pretty soon. There's a lot of work we're gonna be doing to this after we get it kind of cleared out a little bit. One of the things that I've decided that definitely needs to happen to this place is that we've got to fix this freaking hole back here. This is an absolute horrible spot to have a hole here. I mean, this is not good. No normal house needs to have this huge, gigantic underground tunnel system where dogs and stuff like that can live. I hear you, dogs. Where are you? Come get some. So, we're probably going to close off this entire section here after we get the house kind of cleared out and maybe just like make this into a little bit of a basement. I have an idea with that, but we're going to be completely just removing that from the whole game entirely. Bad dog. We don't need any dogs in here. We're not going to do a very, very thorough clearing as far as like trying to make sure everything is dead and stuff like that. I mean, you know what I mean here. I'm just trying to say what I'm trying to say. Words aren't working here. Okay, what I was trying to say, hope you didn't click off the video while I'm stuttering over my own words here, is I'm not too worried about getting everything right this very second. What's up, Piggy? We're going to get everything cleared out, and then we'll worry about trying to go through and remove everything else and get the loot and stuff. Okay, I think typically there's a bird up here. There's a nest up here. Haha, I'm not going to lie, you almost got shot. I wouldn't have been able to hit you, but you almost got shot. All right, so we can do some work here. We definitely want to get all the main loot we can first and get all that, and then we're going to do a bunch of just removing crap from this house entirely. A lot of this stuff doesn't need to be here, obviously, so what we can do is we can kind of chop it up as we go through here. Like, we don't need these boxes. The thing that's going to take up the most amount of time when we're doing this, of course, is going to be clearing out all of... Dang. Hang on, maybe this will work a little faster? No, not like that, it won't. There we go. That's a little bit faster. Oh, I forgot this one up top here. And sure, we'll go ahead and take you and crack you out. What's going to take the longest is clearing out all of the trash and the junk. No, the junk and the stuff that's laying around here. And then being able to try and actually fix it once we get everything cleared out to start with. So, I mean, there's a whole lot of just random junk, but what's going to take the longest, I think, is repairing all of the carpet and all the paint that's all over the house and stuff, because it's just absolutely destroyed. This place is just disgusting. We will be getting rid of all the furniture that's in here. Going back with the conversations with you guys, I have decided that it's probably a good idea that the place has at least major level appliances here. So, a refrigerator, stove, microwave, that sort of thing. Yes, I know this is not the right tool, but we're doing it anyway. Because if you bought a new house, technically most of the time if you buy a new house, it's not going to have any of the stuff that you're going to want in it when you first move in. It's just not how, that's not how houses work out. You buy a house, you don't get anything that comes with it. You bring in your own stuff. Now, if you're moving into an apartment, that's completely different. A lot of them will have a refrigerator, washer, dryer, hookup, that sort of thing. But for a house, no. They don't usually have all that sort of stuff. So if I left even a refrigerator and a stove in here, you're already starting off with a whole lot more than you normally would if you bought this house. But as far as like couches and TVs and stuff like that, no. It's ready to move in, not ready to live in, basically. So we have a lot of work we have to do to clear this place out. Unfortunately, I live right next door, so I can run home and drop everything off once I get completely full, which is one reason why I decided to choose this place. So I guess for the moment, let's go through and get some stuff cleared out. Okay, living room is cleared out. That small bedroom there, this bathroom's there is cleared out, and we are out of space already. So, let me see. Where is the front door to this house? I think it's... Where's the front door supposed to be? Hang on, I think this is actually the front door where it's supposed to be here. So let's crack this open, and that way we can go back and forth and be able to drop stuff off real quick. If nothing else, I can always just set up a quick little chest right there on the front, and so I can drop everything off. We're not going to worry about setting this up of some sort of defense. Whoops, missed the spikes entirely. I had to fix that. That was one of the conversations that I saw some people having in the video, and where I was discussing what I'm going to do with the houses once I buy them, is what all am I going to do to them? And the main thing is, like I said, getting them move-in ready. Some people had mentioned, like, oh, well, it'd be kind of cool if you got it set up so that it was horde ready. No, that's not my job at all. I'm going to get this house ready to move in, and then if my neighbor decides to want to set it up for a horde night, they are more than welcome to. So let me drop off all this crap that we got here. Good to go, and back into the clearing of the house. This is something I've actually been excited about. I was thinking about this like pretty much all day off and on while I was like, oh, we get to work on the house tonight. I'm excited about it. I had already kind of picked out this house in my head of what I was going to be doing with it. So to be able to actually start working on this and being able to share it with you guys is pretty cool. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you end up enjoying this kind of video, because if we end up buying some more houses and some more properties around here and doing the same thing, well, there's going to be more videos like this. It's not going to be, no, it's not going to be every single video, of course. I'm going to have to beat this out here to get this nice and squared so I can repair it. So I might as well, and plus I get the supplies for it. So yeah, I don't know, I could maybe turn this into like a storm shelter, but I'm not really going to be leaving a giant hole in, I don't know, maybe this is supposed to be a dining room. I'm not sure what room this is supposed to be. But we need to finish clearing the house out, get it stripped down to bare bones, and then we can start worrying about putting some stuff in. Now, there are a couple things that I am not going to be able to do to the house at all, because the only way to access those is via creative. Like certain kinds of doors you can't put on, certain, windows. I know there's mods you can do. I know Joshua's looking at one where there's a specific mod that you can put on so that you can have correctly shaped window sills and stuff, but I don't have that mod installed. I hadn't really planned on that. Let's see, why we have this weird curtain thing right here, I don't necessarily know. It's okay to have an open floor plan kitchen, like that's not too bad. Get rid of these back here, because we can always like paint the back of this here. So having that little open plan right here to get inside this room, I'm leaving that there just because it's dark in here, and I'll worry about busting out the rest of the windows here in a little bit. Okay, so we'll take their laundry basket because they don't need it anymore. Let's see, make sure there's not any other trash in here. Got a functioning water heater, functioning washer and dryer. These right here also, I'm not entirely sure what this block is called. So if I was going to do something like this over in a closet, which is not a real door, if you lean on it real hard, it'll break. But I'm not quite sure if I can do those or not without having to have some sort of creative, So I don't know how we'll go about doing that. I'm basically just trying to get everything out of here at the moment. We'll leave the trash can in here. We'll pick up the trash off the counter, though. We can leave them a toaster. This spot we're going to have to get rid of. We're going to have to put in another cabinet there, obviously, because that one's busted. Let me get rid of you. We'll leave the functioning microwave. Let's get all the rest of the stuff out of here that doesn't need to be part of the cell. All right, that's pretty much all of that. Now, as far as like these cabinets goes, I think you can make a cabinet and a cupboard. It ends up being one of these kind of blocks here. I think you can pick the different kinds of spots that you want it to be there. I mean, as far as like the shape goes. So once we get to that point, I think I can replace the cabinets. Like these that are open, like this, I think I might be able to put some closed ones in there so it at least looks a little better. We'll worry about that when we get to it. Okay, let me double check, make sure we got everything. I think everything in here is cleared. As far as random stuff, the holes in the floor we'll be putting up there. We still got to do the backyard, but that may not be something I do right away. We're definitely going to do the backyard. You know what? While I'm here, I might as well do that right now so we can just get back to getting all the stuff cleared out. All right, backyard's good. We'll worry about doing landscaping and stuff here in just a little bit. This is one of those spots I'm like, why was this ever set up this way? I don't even know why. Look at the structural support underneath this house. Usually if you have a trailer house, mobile home sort of thing, you're up on bricks or something. There is no structural support on this house. You got these side beams here, which I'm going to end up having to repair that right there too. But that's pretty much it. I don't know what the design purpose of this house was. This is just, it's absolutely ludicrous. All right, I'll run upstairs real quick, make sure we got everything that was on the roof. I think we did. No, we didn't get any of the stuff that's on the roof. Never mind. Let's finish clearing this out. Now, this thing right here, I realize this is kind of like an overview, sort of a lookout point, and being have access to the rooftop is not a bad idea. I'll probably leave that here. If the new tenants don't want that, they can always kind of wall it off. I don't think this deserves to be here. There's no real reason to do that. Now, when it comes to the fence in the backyard, I don't really think they need to have it as blocked off. Having this concrete barrier around there is fine, but maybe just a regular picket fence around there, keep the dogs in. They got a parking spot down here. We definitely need to get rid of some of these mines. Let's see if we can not cause any structural integrity damage. I was kind of hoping that they would chain, and set off a couple of them here. It seems like it's working on some of them, but not all of them. So, trying to do this to make sure I don't blow myself up. Also, what's funny is every once in a while, if I'm gone long enough that this house resets, all of these mines reset, and in the middle of the night, I'll hear zombies just randomly walk over here and explode. It's lovely. I love hearing the zombies explode. It makes me happy in all the right places. All right, I think that is all of the actual trash that we have in here. I'll worry about tearing that down here in a little bit. They definitely need to have some more rails up here. They got a propane tank back there, I guess, for kitchen appliances. They got one small AC unit. They got this hole, which we're going to have to fill in. That's, like I said, not a big deal. First thing first, what we need to do is we probably need to go through and... What room am I in here? Probably need to, fill in these small holes where random things were sticking out of the wall. I'm going to leave this as an open floor plan sort of thing right there for them. Let me put one more right in there. The windows, I need to bust these out too. Why the air conditioning unit is sitting on a little unit right outside the window instead of on the ground, I truly don't know, but I don't think I can necessarily fix that. Oh good, it's raining. Now that we've got all the windows open up, it's going to... Oh, we didn't get the windows in here. Alright, well let's get these cracked open too. Alright, I think we got all the windows cleared out in here. Some of this place definitely needs some paint. Let me see, as far as like the crown molding at the top, I'm not quite sure if we'll leave that or not. It's kind of old school. I'll leave the ceiling fan, obviously. I took the TV out because no, that paint doesn't match anything else that's in here. We're going to need some supplies from the house before we can really start doing anything. Keeping the tile in here is not a bad idea. I'm going to guess this is kind of like the dining room. So they definitely don't need to have a basement sort of thing in here. That's just unnecessary. So what I could probably do is just put within the seller's disclosure that, hey, by the way, there is a former bomb shelter underneath the house, and you're welcome to open it back up if you want to. But as far as, hey, while I'm selling the house, we're going to be closing that out. I think we got all the trash out here. I think so. Okay, let's run home and grab a few supplies we're going to need. Because I know I'll fall in that, let me put you right... Hang on, let me copy your rotation, put you right there. There we go. Now I can worry about not falling in there. Okay, good to go. We're going to start off. We got some wood to be able to repair a couple things, and we got a paintbrush to be able to kind of start cleaning up a little bit. Now, the letters on the outside, I think these letters, I'm not entirely sure. I need to check gently here. You know what? Hang on. Let me double check something real quick. Let me copy you. Okay, so I can just paint over there. I was about to say, I don't think these were the letters that were actually like 3D letters. So I can just kind of paint over those and ta-da, now it looks a lot more inviting. Now, having these concrete dividers here is not a bad thing for this being the driveway. The mailbox should definitely be scooched over a little bit. Some drunk idiot's going to come piling it, because it's like a 2-car wide thing here, and there's only a 1 wide drive without running into the mailbox. All right, so we could probably make this a much better looking wood, but we're not going to do that right now either. How about, red is not a bad color, not a bad color here. The way this is actually lined out here, it's got the trim around the bottom here, the red paint on the top, the ceiling keeping it a neutral color. That's fine with me. What I need to figure out is the best way to make a door to be able to put here. And these kinds of cabinets and stuff too. I left all of my... No, actually, I'm close enough to the house, I can craft one of these. Okay, we'll try this in the bathroom first and see how this actually works out. Let me get rid of this one real quick and then see if I can't make a single cabinet to put in here to kind of clear this up. Now, as far as a medicine cabinet, can I make a medicine cabinet? I cannot. So being able to replace this Let me just get rid of it entirely there. They can put one up if they want to when they buy the house. All right, so we got you. Let me put you right here for the moment. If I put you like this, what I need to do is I need to be able to pick a basic shape. So it looks like this one right here, that's a cabinet, that's a corner, this one's open. So, rotate it around like that. That's not terrible. And then I think what I can do is I can go like this, get a texture picture, paint the top of that, and ta-da! Ta-da! There we have that. Nice. Okay, so I can actually do that. That works out lovely. We'll leave the sink that's right there, of course. They could probably use a mirror in here, but there's not really good mirrors in the game. It's more or less just... hang on. Yeah, see, there's not a mirror in there. Now, typically, in like other house flipping thing that we've done, or that I've done, I should say, is I've gone through and just like painted the walls black there. Kind of adds a little bit of a mirror look to it, but it's not fantastic. And also, I don't have a faucet on there. Can I make a faucet? You cannot. So, see, there's some things like you can make a sofa and a sofa chair, and as far as furniture, but I'm not putting that in there. But as far as an actual faucet, there's not one way to put one on there. So, that's one of those, I don't know, something I have considered. Let me run this by you and actually see what you think. Something I've considered is off camera, so that it doesn't ruin the illusion here, let me pick you back up, is using a little bit of creative mode to get things like a faucet or a mirror or a ceiling fan or something in the rooms that need them. That way it at least kind of looks better, you know? Like, this is nice. That's a nice looking mirror. I can go ahead and get you out. Having a single sink in an extra bathroom is not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. Okay, all right, let's see. Now in here, what we can do is we can kind of let me see, we need 1, 2, 3 cabinets that we can use for, let me see, I'm going to need to go ahead and make a bunch of cabinets here. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We can keep the corner ones the way they are there, so let me make 6 of these real quick. It's lovely being able to have the craft from location here because my nail's over my house. Right over that way, I can just pull straight out of the cabinet. That's just lovely. If I have to make some more nails, I can. It's not really a big deal. But now we're going to have to break these apart so we can have room to stick the new ones when we get ready to make them. There we go. That looks much better. Check that out. These are, by the way, our cupboards. These are cabinets down here in case you're doing something similar. I'm pretty sure that's the same texture, but just in case. Go ahead and get those cleared up like that. That looks good. That's good. This ugly backsplash back here is not great. And, of course, the color of the paint peeling off there. But at least we have some cabinets here. Now, I don't necessarily think you can actually get much better of a cabinet look than that. Let's just have a look and see if there is a better looking cabinet. I mean, we got the red cabinet doors, which we could do in here. But if we were going to do a cabinet, this is the different options we have for doing cabinet. There's these doors. There's old doors and old doors with a drawer, which is what these are. And then the ones that are just the doors and stuff, that's what that basically looks like. So there's not a whole lot of options for materials. Hang on. Cabinet. Oops, I can't spell here. Cabinet. So these are the options that we have for that. Obviously, that's like a cabinet counter range, which would give you that if you weren't going to use an old stove. I definitely think that looks a lot better than it did. Okay, was there anything else over here that we needed? No, I don't need that. Okay, let me go real quick so I don't forget, because I'll get in the middle of doing some other things and completely forget. I need to clear out the rest of the stuff that's over here. All right, so for here, I need to make some dirt, which I'm pretty sure you can make just from clay soil. So how about we do 9, because I'm not entirely sure how many I'm going to need to be able to fill in just the top part of this. Again, I'm not too worried about how it's going to look, because I'm just trying to sell the place. So if I put you like that, I think a 3x3 would work pretty good in covering up this hole. And then I think eventually if you have the grass here, or if you have dirt here, it'll grow grass over the top of it, I think. I'm not entirely... Oh, hold on. We got a crossbeam right there. I got to get rid of this, or I can't put the dirt on there. There we go. Cleared it out. I'll leave the work light there while I'm clearing this place out and doing work and stuff. But there we go. Okay, so that is more of like a... That's not a window unit. I grew up with the window unit. That's not what they looked like. I would have loved to have one that size in my friggin' bedroom here, because well, back then we also called them swamp coolers, because it made your house a bit swampy because they had a lot of moisture in them, which is what you had to use to make them functional. And so, yeah, having something that large, it would be very much humid in your house. It'd be kind of cool, but it would be very humid for certain. Get rid of you real quick. You're good to go here. This is already looking so much better. All right, how about real quick, since we're standing here, let's look to see if there is a better material that would look, or a better look for the porch here. So we got this Adobe tan color. I want to see what other colors we have. I don't care if it looks fantastic, because again, I'm selling the house, so somebody else wants to get it. They can always paint it if they don't like it. So let's see what we have here. Black, actually that might look kind of good. Let's see. Oh, that's what's already here. Okay. Well, I mean, it's kind of offset now here. Doesn't match up with the rest of those blocks. Probably need to upgrade that, actually, by one. That's okay for the moment. I don't know how much of the paint or the rails I can paint on this thing either. I think this is already the texture that's there. So let me see if there's a better one. This one doesn't look that great. Let's try this. See how this looks. No, that's crown molding. We're definitely not doing that one. That looks better. That makes it look like it's at least kind of newer treated wood and not the worn out crap that's there. Oh yeah, that's looking much better. Get the rails painted. Get the handrails painted around here. Oh, that's looking much better already. Yeah, that looks much, much better. We missed one. I think I accidentally painted the concrete pole behind there. That's not a big deal though. That looks much better. That's a decent looking porch right there. I do need to upgrade that one before I accidentally forget, but I didn't bring my nail gun or anything with me to upgrade that. And you know what I need to do, because I'm going to end up screwing it up if I don't. Let me make sure that's painted right on both sides. Okay, we don't need our concrete to look like wood. Obviously, this sort of project is going to take more than one day, but this is just kind of getting it started off here. I'm going to leave these doors right here. These kind of look like the accordion doors that you should be able to open up the old school closet. I have no idea where that vent goes. I have to assume that logistically there's a vent going out the top of that, but I don't know. Okay, so these we could probably leave. That we could set up as the dining room. Hang on, I don't mind this tile being this way though, so let me finish this off, and that'll actually look pretty good. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good like that. We definitely need, I don't know. This wallpaper looks like, you know, some late 70s, early 80s sort of wallpaper. I'm not entirely sure about this. It's kind of hideous, honestly. We could probably paint over that. I need to kind of think about what color paints I want to use. This room definitely, we got to definitely do something besides just weird green color. Now, again, I like having this trim along the bottom here. I like it because it gives it a little bit of separation between the floor and the ceiling there. I do like that, or the floor and the walls, but having the walls up above it, green, I don't necessarily think so. We need kind of a neutral tone here. Is there like a beige, just a basic low-level beige color? You know what? Cream doesn't look bad. Cream doesn't look bad. Cream will add a little bit of color here. All right, let's get through this. By the way, yes, I'm fully aware that there's different paint options. You can do paint all sides. You can do paint roller, spray paint, you know, all kinds of things here so that it paints more than one block at a time. But I don't want to risk accidentally painting the wrong thing and having to paint back over it again if you do a mass painting. So I'm going to keep it with just one block at a time here. That looks much, much better. That actually looks pretty decent. We need a door on the bedroom, but again, I need to look at my door options that we have that. That looks actually pretty decent. The carpet's not too bad. It could probably use a good shampooing, but the carpet is not too bad. Typically, you know, I am the kind of person, I like carpet in my house. I don't like hardwood at all. Let's see if there's a better carpet look, though. Let's see. This brown carpet, I think, is what's currently in there. There's some lighter level carpet in here. Okay, so is it the same carpet all the way into this bedroom? There is. Okay, so we have this bedroom here, and we have this. Oh, God, this is going to be it. Okay, so this house is going to be a hard sell. We have a half bath. It's a full bath because it's got a full shower and a tub, sink, and a toilet in here. But this bedroom is going. There's no closet in here, and there's no room to add a closet because of the way this house is lined up here. This would have to be just marketed as an office. There's no way. It's going to be a 1-bedroom, a decent-sized bedroom, don't get me wrong. 1 bedroom, an office, and 2 bathrooms. Kitchen. Look at this side. Look at all this wasted space. We don't need a dining room that big. We could move everything this way about 4 or 5 meters and have plenty of room for this to have an extra room. Now, if I was doing a full remodel, something I might consider would be removing this bedroom entirely and moving that bathroom, knock down this walls and make this an extra bedroom. But then the problem is, for resale value, that would leave 1 bedroom or 1 bathroom in the master, and nobody wants to have to go into the master bathroom in order to be able to try and use the bathroom in the middle of the night here. Yeah, I had to get rid of that. That's nasty. We can't leave that goopy stuff in there. We're going to be running out of time pretty soon. This room, I like. I like this. I think this looks better. So what I need to do real quick, and that is an okay color for the ceiling. We'll worry about doing the trim and stuff here in just a little bit. The rest of the ceiling okay. Make sure there's not any other just random spots. I think that's okay. Man, I wish we could get those. We used to be able to use those lights to actually provide electricity in places. And not anymore. Okay, hang on, let me close you real quick. Removing attic access, or there's no attic. Removing roof access isn't something I'm interested in because it's not needed. I think all these rooms look okay. I mean, as far as like the ceiling goes, I think they're okay. There was just that one random set of blocks up there, and these all look good too. Nice. Well, this is already looking better. Look at this. This already looks better. If there was a way to do some windows over here, that would just be great. But unfortunately, I don't think there is. Hang on. Let me see real quick if there is a window. Let me see. I don't think there is. There might be. Let me see. We have door window combo. No. Window trim on the side. What would that look like? I don't know if that should be more on the outside. I guess you would technically have like the window sill on the inside. The problem is, if I put these down right here, that's going to take up this entire block. So if I was going to do a window trim on the top and the bottom, I can't do that because these would already be taking that up here. What I need to have is just basic glass plane. Ooh, can I just make glass? A glass block? I can make some. Ooh, I might be able to make just regular glass blocks. It's not going to have any pretty frames around it, but that's okay. If it's just solid glass, that's not too bad. Huh. I like that. This is looking good. This is looking real good. I like it. But that's going to do it for today. We got a lot more paint and stuff to do. I may look to see if there's a better carpet. Maybe for the bedrooms we could have different carpet and have this one spilled coffee looking carpet for the living room. I don't mind the tile. Tile is okay. We could definitely leave the tile all the way up to right here. Laundry room, of course. Dining room. That's good to go. It's definitely looking a lot better, and I like that porch. And then we got to do a lot of yard work here. This is fun. I like this. I'm having a good time with this. I hope you guys are as well. If you are, do me a favor and leave a like on the video because, that way I know you're enjoying it. Leave me a comment if you have ideas for that. Yes, I realize my own house needs a whole lot of work, but, we'll worry about that at a later date. But in the meantime, I hope you guys really enjoyed this one. And, yeah, subscribe if you're not already. And we will see you guys in the next one. Talk to you later.